reading a book it's found. My phone's elimination spells devastation with a crooked sound. And I plan on reinvention, but with contention I pitch from the mound. Fall even farther, nothing that catches you hit the ground. Fall even farther, nothing to catch as you hit the ground. If your boot straps break, just buy another pair, they may come in late. Don't mind the blunders, the trust funders or the Latter-day Saints. Just try a little harder, you might get stronger, no matter what it takes. System built to instill the spinning of your wheels and get mud on your face. Fall even farther, nothing that catches you hit the ground. Fall even farther, nothing to catch.
It's okay.
As you hit the ground. Business as usual seems too abysmal in a sparse crowd. And this man needs a visual. His eyes are biblical as they torch the town. Birds of a feather flock forever with a crooked crown. And a tightrope of tethers with broken levers crumbling down, crumbling down, crumbling. Fall even farther, nothing to catch as you hit the ground. Fall even farther, nothing to catch as you hit the ground. Fall even farther, nothing to catch as you hit the ground. Fall even farther.
Stage 1 locks up fuel roughly 20%, and stage 2 fuel 36%.
From the live streaming capital of the world, Valente, Texas, planet Earth, USA, galaxy Milky Way, this is Purple Bee TV. That is right. We are on the butt end of a damn near festival weekend here at Purple Bee, and we have something even more special. You say, how can they do it? How can they keep making such crazy streams every single day of the week? Well, we don't have the answer. We only have the streams. And tonight we got Susto for Purple Bee Song Lab episode number 2. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. We got a very special guest, Justin Osborne, in the house for this very special rendition of Song Lab. But let me tell you, before we get into our sponsors here, we got to hear from a very special person, and that is the Warsaw Warbler, the Baron of Backwoods Bay, the Susto King of South Waco. From the Don King to the Donk Ring, no tokes, no sleeves, no tchotchkes. That's the original one. Grego Lobo!
Oh, yeah, that's me. Thank you so much, T. Honored to have Susto in the house. We're big fans. It's going to be a great night. And these are my best friends, the Boss Bros. And then Nikki is on the directing. We got a badass crew in the house.
Yeah, we do.
Feels good, man.
It does feel good, man.
We had little Susto, too.
Yeah, we were sipping a little bit of Susto as well. Only appropriate, for Song Lab number 2 here. And, we have a lot to say about this artist. But before we do that, I do want to thank our sponsors, the people who make it possible for us to do this many streams a week. Really quick, Nikki, we're going to thank Real Ale Brewing Company. Yeah, that's right. We're sipping on that Hans Pils in the stew right now. Oh, look at that little sneak preview of our special guest here, Justin. Thank you for supplying the booze that we drink and our fans drink, and they love it so much. Guayaki Yerba Mate, don't worry, it wakes them up, makes them feel good after they've had a few, and they're able to get their work done the next day. Thank you to our sponsors. That's how we keep ourselves going here at Purple Bee TV. And then, of course, our boy Jeff Holland over at Austin 101 Whiskey. Yeah, that's right. He's up and coming. Check him out. Next big thing. You're going to want to check out that whiskey. It's really good. Straight hill country vibes. That's how we do it over here at Purple Bee. But enough of that. Let's talk to our boy in the studio here, Ebos. Why don't you tell me a little bit about our guy who we got here in the studio tonight?
Yeah. Excited to have this guy here. He mutual friend of ours, CJ Strelo. We want to shout him out for hooking us up with this guy, Justin, and introducing us. And we were instant fans. And then we made the connection between his name and our favorite mezcal, Susto, as well. And we were very pleased to know that when Justin got here, he also had a taste for the Susto. So everything's good right now. Everything's great. This is the Song Lab. We have several ways for you at home to interact with this stream. Let me just go over those real quick. $50 gets you a request. You can request a song. Whether he plays it or not is another story, but odds are really good. He's feeling up to the challenge. And then if you want to get really crazy, $100 or more plays the Polish Plinko game. That's right. It's our very own bespoke game show here at Purple Bee. We've been working on it. We've been developing it. It's actually an ancient game. Polish people invented Plinko in the 1300s, I believe. So we're just carrying on a tradition, a long, very storied tradition, if you ask the Lobos family. Perfect for songwriting. There are lots of great stuff on there. We're going to go over what they are. But first, let me introduce our special guest tonight. You know him as Justin Osborne, front man of the band Susto. He's got lots of albums. He's always on the road. He's got shows this month. We're going to talk about all of it, and we're going to talk about songs. And welcome to the Purple Bee Live Room, Justin Osborne.
Yeah.
Thanks so much,
what's
y'all.
up, man?
Thanks for having me. What a chill vibe.
Do
It's
we
great.
call you Justin, right? You don't want us to call you Susto, do you?
Yeah, Justin would be better. Yeah.
You call the band Susto, right?
I respond to Susto, and I sometimes call myself Susto, but yeah, Justin is fine. Jay, Susto, Justin, those three. pretty
You
much,
respond
yeah.
to the beverage Susto as well.
Yes, I definitely respond to that. You guys know that. So.
Hey, man, well, I want you to get some music flowing first so we can get into the groove, and then we'll talk in a little bit. How about that?
All right, that sounds good. I'm gonna do. All right, yeah, I guess I'm gonna do a song. I'm gonna do a song that's like, maybe like a sort of fairly new song. It's from my last record, not the one that I just put out, but another one. But it's called Get Down. All right. Sometimes I get down. Yeah, then other times I get up. And I'm on the ground in the streets with my hands in my face. Yeah, the last time you came around, You took me by surprise when I found you. You had me on the ground in the streets with my hands in my face. No, I don't know, I wanna go, I wanna feel your embrace. I've been trying to find someone else, a little piece of my mind. And I know I see it in you. Yeah. Well, sometimes I give up. Yeah, then other times I can't get enough. 'Cause I'm on the ground in the streets with my hands in my face. I don't know, I wanna go, I wanna feel your embrace. I've been trying to find someone else, a little piece of my mind. Hey, let's go. Yeah, babe, I see it in you. Oh. Oh. Get down. There we go.
Get down on it, man.
One down. There we go.
One down. That was incredible, man. You have such a powerful voice. It's like it's perfect for this acoustic vibe. Is it a little bit different, kind of playing with a group compared to on your own like this?
Yeah, for sure. It's different. It's like I feel like when I'm playing like this, it's more like what it feels like when I'm playing at home, like in my living room, just sitting around with a guitar and sort of yelling at the ceiling or whatever. So that's sort of the vibe. To
My favorite.
Yeah.
That's how you could probably come up with some of your best song ideas. And speaking of song ideas, I mean, some people they were quick off the draw, and they're already requesting songs. Our first
shit.
one was a Venmo from Brian Smith, $50. Susto, I want to hear Ever Since I Lost My Mind.
Oh shit. Okay.
You got
All right,
that one?
Cool. Yeah.
And thank you, Jamie, for your $50.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Can I give a little bit of story behind it? Is that cool too?
Yeah, man, we got people all the way in Toronto, watching and dying to hear what you had to say.
We love our Canadian fans. We were actually, you and I were talking about hockey right before this too.
That's right, we were, eh?
Maple Leafs are one of my teams I love. But yeah, so we're gonna play a song now, Ever Since I Lost My Mind, and the vibes are great. But on Susto, we got a lot of sad songs. So this is kind of a sad song. It's like I don't know. I set out to sort of be in a band years ago, and it was great. I loved my life. But also, when you do that, you sort of lose touch with people in your life. And so this is a song I wrote sort of to my dads and my uncles and stuff, because my whole family works in construction together, and my brothers too. And this was a song I kind of wrote to them, sort of thinking about not being there, being a part of that, and sort of being estranged from it. But it's also the title track for our third album, and it's Ever Since I Lost My Mind. I haven't played this song in a while, but here we go. I'll do my best. Ever since I lost my mind, things haven't been quite the same. I used to see you all the goddamn time. You were always remembering names. I'm up out on the highway, I don't know where I'm going. If you're going my way, brother, can I hop on? Ever since I moved away, finding myself wondering why. I really can't help but say I hadn't seen your face in a while. You're up out on the highway and don't know where you're going. Well, if you're going my way, brother, won't you hop on? Ever since I lost my mind, things haven't been quite the same. I used to see you all the goddamn time. You were always remembering names. Up out on the highway, I don't know where I'm going. If you're going my way, brother, won't you hop on? All right, hopefully that was good enough rendition of it. But
That was great, man. That was really great.
thank you.
And you know, me and Ebos were just kind of, you know, reminiscing in the midst of that. And here we were kind of, he was talking about how a lot of your songs are kind of just really an observation of where you are at that time. And we were just kind of curious, you know, with these old songs, you know, that you play, do you ever kind of just like, is it ever kind of funny to see where you're at now in your songwriting process, or just your life in general, and then come back to these things?
It definitely sort of puts things in perspective, I guess. Like I play a lot of these songs a lot, like on tour, and you know, like if I play a song from years ago, it's sort of like it takes me back there, but also in a lot of ways, there's like a lot of the sort of sentiments transcend and they continue through my life. So there's like, it's a lot of times it's like, especially a song like that, it's like I remember sort of where I was writing that and the emotion I was trying to convey, and then you know it means something different now. It's like it's cool to like have them as this sort of scrapbook of my life, I guess, to kind of look back on and listen back on and play on, but also like it's cool to like write a song for yourself sort of in a moment, but then like almost as like a listener later I'd be like, oh man, this song hits me in a different way now. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool to have. I always have kind of said that the songs are like this little like they're like monuments to different moments in life, and so it's nice to have that. It's like a scrapbook, you know, or a yearbook or whatever.
Very cool.
Some sort of book.
That's right.
That's not a book. It's like recorded
Well,
records instead.
Yeah, I'm just going to follow up on that. Like, now relate that to the actual songwriting style, as far as your, you know, the way you kind of put a chord progression together, or the lyrical style. Have you found that some of these old songs are you were taking a different approach versus now, or is it kind of just getting a little more nuanced about it? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think like the same styles sort of ring true for me. Like I feel like I've sort of like dropped into habits as an artist and as a person, like in terms of like how I like to write songs and the process that works for me that I'm sort of used to. And I think it's more of like an evolution than a change. It's like I haven't really changed the styles up. Those styles just sort of evolve, and like this has become sort of my way of writing. I have like several sort of ways of approaching songs, depending on if it's like a song I wrote or I co-wrote, or one that's sort of coming together in the studio. But like I think in all those sort of approaches, it's just like I've been doing it long enough to where I feel comfortable in all those environments with, you know, the right people, and it's cool to kind of like build upon like styles of writing that I've done before. Like whenever I was young, like I first started writing songs, like I would just like, you know, steal away in my room and try and convey what I was feeling like over some chords, and that's definitely still a thing that I do. But I've just kind of gotten you know, I've been playing for a long time, I've been writing for a long time, so it sort of comes a bit easier, and that's nice. So now it feels less like an exercise and more like a it's still an exercise, but it's like it feels like pleasure. You know, it's good to like just like
So
exercise
a release.
all this stuff
Is
out.
it something that's been kind of, you can hear it bounce
Exactly.
around in your head, and you've got to get it out.
Like I know whenever I'm like feeling something, I'm sort of an anxious person, and like whenever I'm going through a lot of stuff, like it really helps me to just sit down, like find some chords that feel good, and then just like sort of let my mind speak whatever comes out over it. And a lot of the songs I write that way, sort of stream of conscious, like trying my best to tap into the ether. But
I like that. I think a lot of your fans like that about your songs. You're not necessarily conveying a specific point of view or a thought. You're kind of working it out as you go in the song. You're kind of
a lot of it's sort of thinking aloud, I think,
thinking
which
out
is like
I love that.
fine maybe, but yeah. Also, it kind of keeps me from censoring myself. I think a lot of times if I'm writing, like I'll just sort of say what comes to mind, and I kind of take for granted, I think, doing that in a space where it's just me and there's no one to judge or anything. But a lot of times I'll take that initial sort of feeling and I'll bring it to the band or a producer or whatever, and we'll sort of like run with that, and they like to try and keep that like honesty and that authenticity alive. So I don't know, I feel like I don't like songs that like feel like they've been over polished too much, and so like I like to kind of keep the initial thought. So like when there's a writing process that comes from just sort of trying to tap into the ether, like I said, like when we take it to the studio and lay it down, like we try to keep that spirit, you know, like whether it's lyrically or even sonically too, like, but I don't know.
Do you make demos and then bring them in, or how does that work?
Yeah, kind of. Like I make I'm so unskilled in the studio, like basically because I'm lazy in that way, I guess. But I do a lot of like phone recordings. Also, my wife and I write a lot together, and she sort of like runs the studio in our house, so she helps me make demos. And I've, you know, definitely in the past like set up GarageBand and done my thing. And
Well, so, speaking of your wife, apparently we had a baby Osborne tipped $50. I don't know if that's from the womb or is a living baby.
If it didn't come from the womb, it's going straight to the womb. So
That's crazy. I mean, the cashless payments are just getting crazy nowadays. But and before that, Jamie tipped to 50, and they requested the song Waves.
Okay.
And interestingly enough, you know, I really like the way that you said about evolution of your own style, and I think that's like the #1 way to keep I guess writing your style to yourself authentic is by, you know, kind of never forgetting your roots, but just, you know, kind of honing in on that craft. It's like, all right, maybe everyone doesn't write a song like this, but if it works for me, I just got to figure out how to make it keep working, because creativity is like waves, man. It's up, it's down. It's like sometimes you're like, I mean, do you ever hit those spouts where it's kind of like, you know, you're just on that creative high and you're rolling, and then there's times where you're like, am I ever going to write another song again?
100%. Like, I mean, the song Waves in particular, like that was I remember this morning that I wrote this song because I like was feeling very inspired after this experience I'd had with some friends surfing, and I wrote this song. Wait, am I gonna play it? Because we got the 50 for that.
Yeah,
right?
Jamie,
like
thank you for that.
It's part of the game. Thank you,
Yep.
Jamie. So we're gonna play requests.
Baby Osborne on deck.
This one's going straight to diapers. So thank you for that.
And shout out Bloomington, Illinois, my alma mater. I don't know if you can call your alma mater if you only went to a school for 1 year, but Illinois State. Shout out Redbirds. Go roll, Redbird, roll.
Let's go Birds. Yeah, there's like definitely days where like songs come out, and like this day, the day I wrote the song Waves, I also wrote another song that our band plays called Cosmic Cowboy. That's like sort of like it's definitely a big part of our catalog, and I like wrote 2 of those songs in like an hour and a half or so. But then there's other days where you're like, damn it, like I feel like I have so much to say and I can't say it at all. So I don't know. Sometimes it flows, sometimes it doesn't. But maybe we'll go ahead and get to I'll go ahead and play Waves for that. This is kind of a song about surfing, but it's also a song about existential dread, I guess, too. But is there anybody in there smoking weed with God? Or are you hiding out with guns somewhere,
highly doubt that. Why is there so much trouble? We live in such a remarkable place. It comes in waves. It'll knock you off and drown you if you can't get past the break. Just ride it out. You know the sun comes up and the sun goes down. Oh man, that's what it's all about. I went out surfing with two of my friends from high school. And when the sun came up, there were dolphins just swimming around too. Well, is there anybody out there controlling the tide? And tell me why is there so much trouble? We live in such a remarkable place. Well, hey, it comes in waves. It'll knock you off and drown you if you can't get past the break. Just ride it out. You know the sun comes up and the sun goes down, and man, that's what it's all about. La da 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 la da 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 la da 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 da. Why is there so much trouble? And we live in such a remarkable place. It comes in waves. Ooh, yes, it does. It comes in waves. It'll knock you off and drown you if you can't get past the bridge.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamie, for that one. Thank you for your $50. And so we can get the waves rolling here. That was awesome. Anna Lutz, actually, the buzzer beater, right on cue. Excited to hopefully have y'all play for our big day. Can we hear Circle Fountain or Black River Gospel?
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, man, we got some good requests here, man. Yeah,
Circle
don't worry.
Fountain.
We have a line here.
Circle Fountain is definitely one that I haven't played in a while, so I'd sort of love to grab that one if that's okay.
Oh yeah, well, Baby Osborne's next. They got Hands in the Dirt. You got that one on? You got that one in the?
For my boy, yeah, I can play that one for my boy. That's
of course, yeah, and
there's a lot of stories to be told here.
Dude, go ahead and tell. We want to hear them. And honestly, there's so many people in the chat. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, I appreciate everyone coming in and hanging out and watching the show, and you know we're here.
100%, man.
Live.
And if you guys want to ask any questions, you know, if you're aspiring songwriter, you already are a songwriter, you want to become a better songwriter, drop some questions in the chat, you know, and we'll get around to them. And you know, it's kind of what Song Lab's all about. It's for those songwriters out there, you know, and what better person to have than Justin Osborne in the crib tonight? So. You said you had a story about that. Is it Hands in the Dirt or?
Well, let's sort of like we'll take it generationally if that's all right, because these are like one song. The Circle Fountain song is about my granddad, and then Hands in the Dirt is sort of a song about my dad. So maybe we'll take it like oldest generation first, and then go down. Does that work?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I feel like I can kind of do what I want. So that's
yeah, dude, man, freestyle it.
So Circle Fountain. There is this bar in Florence, South Carolina, where like my family, where my mom lives, and like where my granddad lives. And I didn't meet my granddad till I was like 12 or so, because my mom's adopted. Like he was a very young father, and it was all that. It's fine. It's whatever. but it turns out like he's like in South Carolina we have this like in Texas you guys have two-step, and then there's different things around the world where people have their dances. In South Carolina we have what's called the shag, and it's sort of like it's kind of like two-step, but it's a little different. And my granddad is like a phenomenal shag dancer. Like he was like the state champion for like decades. And there's this little bar. It's like actually right across from like the AA like center where they do all the AA meetings, but it's like just you wouldn't know it was a bar. You just like it's like a door and you knock on it and you go in, and it's like this old school bar, and all these folks go in there on Friday nights and they dance shag. It's like beach music. Like I don't know, maybe people know, maybe they don't. I don't know. But anyway, my granddad, that's what he does. And so like I was like going through a period in my life where I was like going home to visit. I was like trying to sort of like connect with my granddad for the first time, and it was really the only time in my life where we really did sort of connect. It was like this like 1 year where I was sort of going there and seeing him shag sometimes. We would hang out and smoke weed and stuff at his house afterwards. But this is a song kind of about that. My buddy from Louisiana, he's from Lake Charles. Like he was living with me in Charleston, South Carolina at the time, and we both went to go visit my granddad and go dancing one night in Florence, like, and he ended up moving away, like, back to Louisiana, and he sent me, like, the sort of, like, workings of this song, just as, like, this, like, narrative of what our night had been like. I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like, you wrote this song about my family that I couldn't write, you know? And then I sort of added some pieces onto it. So this is a co-write between myself and my friend Nick Woodley, sort of about a night at the Circle Fountain with my granddad, Larry Stewart. So here we go. I haven't played this one in forever, but I think I can remember it. So here we go. I've been checking you out. I've been looking at your Facebook. It's like 2007. I've been doing all the things that I know would probably creep you out. Maybe 2012. Honey, it's a big world, and it's so hard to find you. Being alone is such a bummer, so can I get your number tonight? We were sitting at the Circle Fountain, watching everyone shine. Mr. Stewart was in the corner, taking a drag. No alcohol, just a Diet Coke. But in the parking lot, he takes him a toke. Yeah, he'll be moving, he'll be shaking and grooving all over the floor. They say he's always been cool, always been in style. Yeah, he's been doing his thing since 1949. And he'll tell you what's deep. Say, hey man, that's far out. But he's always in step because he's got life figured out. I've been checking you out. I've been looking at your Facebook. Honey, I've been doing all the things that I know would probably creep you out. Mama, it's a big world, and it's so hard to find you. Being alone is such a bummer, so can I get your number tonight? Being alone is such a bummer, so come on, baby, let me get your number tonight. All right. There's like the added story I forgot to tell about that one is like my granddad, like in the parking lot between dances, like my buddy Woodley and I went out, and he was like, yo, come boys, come out, come smoke a J with me. We went out and smoked a joint with him at his car, and he was like, the reason I like to hit a little bit of herb before I dance because it helps me feel the beats between the beats, you know, and that's far out. And we were like, yeah, that's far out.
You're like, damn, bro, I felt that shit.
It's like,
Dude,
I feel that. Yeah.
the grandpas that smoke J's, man, like I never met cooler grandpas in my life.
Rest of my family does not really smoke. Like, I mean, other than like in my generation, but like, it was funny because like, yeah, like the few quality interactions I've actually had with my granddad, and not that he's a bad guy, like, you know, he's doing his thing, it's whatever. We just, for whatever reason, haven't always been super close, but the good times I've had with him were definitely around a joint. So, you know, shout out to Larry. I love you, brother. You're my granddad.
Shout out Larry. Yeah, that's the kind of grandpa I'm trying to be. I know Ebos has a question here for the songwriting community.
Oh no, the Susto. You said this was a co-write. Your buddy just brought it to you, right?
Yeah, so he brought the whole, like, we were sitting at the Circle Fountain watching everyone shag, the sort of like, he actually like observed like my life and my family dynamic and like was like, hey, I wrote this about that. And I at the time I was also like single and like, you know, it was like, it's sort of like taking what he wrote as like the documentary of like that experience and then being like, okay, let's add this sort of love story in there. It's like, okay, you're at the Circle Fountain, you know, you're lonely, trying to make a friend, and yeah, it's like it's sort of a honky tonk song.
Yeah,
But
I love it. A Susto honky tonk in your own way. The thing I was noticing also is like, well, that version of a co-write sort of happened to you, right? And you reacted to it. Like,
Yeah.
do you have any other examples of co-writes that are, you know, maybe a different way it went down? Or how many of those things you done? I know you did a song with Andy Frasco recently.
oh
right?
yeah. So like man, I wish I could pull that one out. That's one of the ones that's on my request I probably actually can't do because Andy sings the verses and I just really know the chorus really well because that was my part. But it was like,
Well, we could just sing the chorus and just
hey, everybody on the
sing
floor.
along.
But
yeah, how'd that
like,
go down?
co-writes kind of come about like in all these different ways, you know, like sometimes it's like, I think the most fluid way to do it is when you know somebody really well and they know you, and so they feel comfortable being like, oh, you know, I just wrote this, like, what do you think? You have any ideas? And like specifically when Woodley and I wrote that song, it was like, he knew that it was like a song sort of about my narrative, so he was like, what do you think of this? But it kind of happens in a lot of different ways. Sometimes it's just someone sending you an idea or you kind of sitting in the same room and having an idea. Sometimes it's like a friend, like with Andy, being like, hey, I have this song I'm trying to like finish off. I need a chorus. Like, can you help? And we sit down and we work on it, and then, you know, it becomes a song. And then sometimes, like, you know, it's more just you with a song, but like some people might have like a little note here and there that really sort of make the finished product something unique, something that's like what it's supposed to be. So like I try to, I think, keep a pretty open mind in terms of that process. So that part of the process is just like, you know, when stuff comes, I love writing songs and I love folks who write songs. So it's like, you know, it's almost like a friend like giving any sort of bid for connection. You know, it's like, hey, you want to go, how about the score of this game or whatever? It's like, it's, you know, in the songwriting sort of underworld, it's like folks just being like, hey, I wrote this little part, do you think you have something for it, can we write a song together? And it's
Yeah.
like sort of this like
A beautiful way to connect with other people, right?
Yeah, for
That's
sure,
a
like-
language you speak that not everyone speaks, and that someone else speaks it, and if you guys can speak it together and make a document, a thing that lasts beyond, beyond us, that's an even more beautiful way of communicating and connecting.
yeah, it's like kind of, and also you sort of always have that like connection with that person you wrote the song with, you know, like that song I wrote with my friend Woodley. I think probably next I'm going to play another one that I wrote with him because I think I might have even was there a request for friends, lovers, ex-lovers on there?
Not yet. Maybe flew by if it was.
Like
No, there's not.
way early?
No.
I don't have my glasses on, so that's probably it. But.
No, the three requests we have right currently are Hands in the Dirt, Vampire 66, and Acid Boys.
Okay.
And
all
then
right.
Kelly, she tipped 50, no request, but said, loved you at Codfish Hollow from Iowa. Huge fan from minute one at my first Susto concert. And the person who requested Acid Boys said they've seen Susto 9 times, I think, ? Love you guys. So and then also we had a few questions from the chat. Can I ask you those before
let's
you
do
get?
those. No.
So Danimal Outdoors, our Bloomington folk over in middle of Illinois over there, said, how was Rose Bowl Tavern show in Champaign-Urbana a few weeks ago. Someone who was there actually said, I saw it. It was very cool. It felt like a private show, to be honest. It was right on the rails.
It was cool. It was like this sort of like small festival. It was also like the last show that, like our band sort of like rotates lineups a lot, and it was like the last show for like a lineup we had earlier in the year before folks sort of split off to do different tours and stuff. Rose Bowl was great. I loved it. I'd never been to that part of Illinois, and it was awesome. It was a really fun time, and it was like, for us, it was like, felt like this sort of like coup de grace, like last show of the tour. So I remember it fondly. And also the folks from Iowa, like, hell yeah, we love Iowa. Thanks for coming out so many times. And
Shout out Muscatine. Shout out to Quad Cities, Davenport.
Quad Cities, there we go.
Polk
yeah.
County, all my boys. And also, you know, that's so cool that you like you have a fan base in that area. It's like it's cool. It's interesting too that, you know, you say you're from South Carolina, but like, and you have like just the perfect amount of like twang in it, where it's like, if you didn't tell me you're from South Carolina, I'd probably have a hard time guessing just based upon your accent alone. You know, I probably wouldn't have been able to tell, but you have like this perfect amount of like right in the notes when you hit it, it's like you hear it, and I'm like, oh yeah, right there. Like I need to hear I need to hear that again, dude. And then also a couple song lyrics that here. Let me see if I can do them justice. It said from Nate Corning. It said, "Will the song with the lyrics, I'm traveling waters never known to me, I'm sailing home. Will that ever be released?"
Who asked for that?
That was Nate Corning.
Wow, that's like a very deep. I don't even know how he knows that song. Like that is if my wife's watching right now, she's probably like, "What the fuck? How does this guy know that song?" I don't. That song may be released sometime, but I don't know where or when he heard that, because that's like a voice memo that I have that I've not done much with at all.
Damn,
but
private investigator fans out
yeah,
here, man.
Dude, like
Shout out Nate Corning, bro.
Where are you from?
Where are you from, bro?
Like,
give us your government in the chat, and also the wondering about Dirt in the Hands and if it will ever be on an album. Always have to go on YouTube to listen to it.
Yeah, I think I'm actually probably gonna play that one next. Actually,
sweet man. Yeah, do your thing.
This is a song that before Susto, I was in a band called Sequoia Prep School, and the last sort of Phantom record we released, we like made the branding mistake of releasing it as Sequoia, not Sequoia Prep School. So like none of our existing fan base really knew that we released a record. But like there's a song on it called Hands in the Dirt, and it's a song I basically like, you know, I've been trying to like do music as a career since I kind of figured out that you could. And it hadn't always worked. And I remember having a conversation with my dad before he passed, just being like, "Dad, I'm like burnt out. I don't know how I'm gonna, you know, do this." And I think his advice was like, "You just gotta work harder," you know, like. And I don't know if I think he kind of meant like, well, just give up, come home and work with us, because my family, like I said, my family does like parking lots. They make parking lots, and it's cool. It's fun. I actually enjoy it. But like, it was sort of this like, I don't know. He was just like, you can survive, right? You can come home and you can work, or you can get out and you can try and continue to do what you're doing and just, you know, don't give up and work harder. And I kind of took, I guess, the latter advice. But it's a song about, I don't know. I don't know what the songs are about. So anyway, Hands in the Dirt. It is a request though, right? All right, here we go. Thank you for requesting it, because it's one of my favorites.
Several requests.
And will it be released? Probably so. I think it's going to probably come out on the next Susto record, just because it's been buried too long, and I want it to have some wings, and I want to play it more. So.
Well, you can dedicate it to Baby Osborne. That was their request.
Baby J, all right. I got tired of living with depression, so I went for a little walk. I came upon a woman up under the bridge, making money reading tarot cards. She said, "I can tell when you're lying, but I know you've been telling the truth. I know you ain't said a prayer in years since you were living in your mama's roof. You know the devil, he works in mysterious ways, and he knows when you're out of fight. You need to pick your soul up from out of the filth and make him think that you're doing right.
Boy, you need to run on back to the country and put your hands in the dirt. Your daddy always said when the dream gets dead, pick your ass up and go to work. That's right. She said, I see you quit school after 2 hard years, took it easy out on the road. But rolling your dice with them neon lights has got you saying, hey, now I know that you don't need love or a higher education to make it big selling tapes. If you pull a big crowd and then settle on down, that's icing on the wedding cake. Icing on the wedding cake. So won't you run on back to the country, put your hands in the dirt. Your daddy always said when the dream gets dead, pick your ass up and go to work, go to work, work. Boy, you need to run on back to the country and put your hands in the dirt. Your daddy always said when the dream gets dead, pick your ass up and go to work. Boy, you need to run on back to the country and put your hands in the dirt. Your daddy always said when the dream gets dead, pick your ass up and go to work. Oh, you know my daddy always said when the dream gets dead to wake my ass up and go to work.
I was meaning to have some like elaborate like tie-in between like my granddad to my dad, but like I don't know. I think
Man,
yeah, you guys got it.
Yeah, definitely, and that's so. It's like that's so cool. I think that's like, you know, maybe someone who doesn't like necessarily like obviously they have all these other kind of like gifts, like, you know, your grandpa was a dancer and everything like that. It's like you're almost like, damn, how can you do that? So when I think that people, you know, see like a talented songwriter write something and relate it to something just as simple as they may have said and turn it into that, it's like they're always amazed by that. They're like, I did that, like, you know. So to be able to have people so close to you like inspire you and hear kind of, you know, what you're able to do is pretty incredible.
I appreciate that, the perspective too, because it's like for me it feels like my dad passed a couple years ago, so like for me like getting to have songs like that, or like him, and not just him but other folks that I've lost, like friends and family, like sort of like baked into the songs and into the music at certain places, it helps me sort of like visit them again, like, you know, if that makes sense. It's like for a moment, like I'm just like reliving that conversation. Like I remember exactly where I was when I was talking to my dad about this, having this serious conversation with him, and I ended up writing the song in the same room like a few hours later. And you know, he's gone. He's like, you know, maybe I'll see him in heaven someday or something like that. But like, you know, like that's still a tangible thing where I can reach out and I can play that song. And it feels like I sort of had that conversation with him again, if that makes sense. So it's nice.
100%, man. It's like it's literally like a way of just kind of transporting back in time to a feeling, to a place. You know, that's kind of the beautiful thing about music and lyrics, especially. It's like it could take you just like exactly, especially for this. I mean, it's cool for not only the songwriter because it takes you back to that specific memory, but to think about where it takes your listeners to a point in their lives. Like I have songs where it's like, you know, it almost feels like it was written about you, or it was like written for you. And I think that's why it's such a universal language as far as like music is concerned, because it's like there's probably a million other people out there that have had such a kind of like a similar instance with a loved one, whether it was a father or whoever, you know. And it's like, you know, where they just had to pick themselves up by their bootstraps and get their ass and go to work, you know.
Goddamn right, dude. Like, and you know what? Like, I feel like that's the thing. Like, when I started writing songs, it was like trying to get something off my chest. Like, it was very personal, and it still is very personal. But like through the years as a performer and a touring musician and like releasing music that kind of goes into the world, it kind of becomes, it stops being just yours and it starts to become like whoever wants to latch onto it. And it's cool to like see songs like people will come up to me sometimes and and some of these folks have even become friends through songs I've written. I've met friends who like connected to a song and we're like, you know, like, but like just folks like taking, you know, whatever I was going through and then like, you know, we all have unique experiences, right? Every life is unique. Every sort of like individual experience is unique, but there are patterns and there's similarities, and we're all like going through life experiencing these highs and lows and these sort of like, you know, getting through it day by day, like in mass, you know, together. And so like I think it's really cool how like songs you can write a song and then it can become something way bigger than you, and it can become a part of someone's life that you maybe even never meet and they don't ever meet you. But it's like, and I have that experience from the listener side as well. I think it's sort of what like pushed me towards making my own music, was like finding music that helped me deal with stuff I was going in my life and being like, okay, well, maybe I can sort of create my own little, it's like songs are almost like these little points of worship or spirituality, right? They help you like transcend whatever you're going through. And like when you find one and it latches and you latch onto it and it helps you get through whatever you're going through, it's like, for me, that was inspiring to be like, okay, well, maybe I can create more of these to help me get through this stuff, or like, you know, talk about it, get it off my chest. It's sort of like cheap therapy, I guess, too. But
Well, I mean, Brian Smith said it best in the comments. He said, "Damn, Justin, your newest song, My Entire Life, has helped me with the loss of my dad. I can't even tell you how much your music means to me." Thank you, Brian. I mean, that was one of our earlier donators, and I mean, everyone in the chat tonight, all they want to do is just know if you're coming back to play wherever they were at, Bear Mountain, and then we also had Nate Corning dox himself of where he got those song lyrics, and that was 4545 mark in the live vid on YouTube, Susto Solo, March 9th, 2022, the Lewis
shit.
Room, Athens, Georgia.
Okay.
This man's dropping sources.
that is probably the only time I ever played that song live. And wow, I'm glad that you've been like watching. Like, I feel like I like get up and play shows and forget that sometimes they're recorded and they're going on the internet forever, and I forget that I like what I said or played is like out there. But yeah, that is a song that I wrote in a very sort of transitional period of my life, and it's important to me, but it's not really been brought into the Susto catalog, so to speak. And will it be? I don't know, but I appreciate you listening to it. And now I'm gonna go home and I'll be like, I gotta find that recording because I want to see how I did playing that song. I won't be able to play it tonight. I don't remember it well enough. It's not a song I play.
It's amazing how that sticks, though. Like, it's just all it takes is one song. Could be one note that just makes a song stick, and you're like just trying. It could be from a live recording, or I have my SoundCloud warriors in the chat. Shout out to all my SoundCloud people out there. You know, the
You guys
real.
gotta look up Biscuit and Gravy on SoundCloud.
That's exactly what he was talking about. Yeah.
That's my wife and I's like side project, and we pretty much strictly have like SoundCloud and Bandcamp stuff.
Dude, that's the way, man. That's the OG. I'm SoundCloud or die. It's the movement. But yeah, they were talking about that channel on Biscuits and Gravy.
SoundCloud's for like non-posers. If you're on
Big
SoundCloud,
facts,
you're
dude.
not a poser.
Dude,
You know?
thank you, man. Finally, you know, like every time I see an artist that comes in here has their SoundCloud moving, I'm like, all right, they know what's good. You know,
I
Not
won't say
posers.
that ours is moving, but it's like, you know, we definitely measure the metrics. We're like, oh, we got 5 listens today. That's great. Biscuit and Gravy.
Hey guys, sorry to bust in, but we had a $100 donation from Jessica.
All right.
Thank you so
Let's
much,
go,
Jessica. And you know what that means? Our very first Plinko drop of the evening.
It's my first time.
And yeah, it's Justin's first Plinko of his life. It's a very big moment in his life. He might write a song about it.
On the spot.
on the
maybe,
spot.
Depending on the Plinko landing.
Yeah, depending on what it lands on. Please, Justin, can you give us a drum roll while Tyler narrates this drop?
Evo's approaches the stand, and the drop ensues. Where the Plinko goes, nobody knows. And it is landed on Susto remixes Susto. Okay, now this is good. This is good. Now listen, they also requested, Jessica also requested double stripe.
Oh,
Is there a way
that's a
that
sad one.
is there a way you could remix it into a happy one? like make it sound happy, but it could still be sad lyrics. Those are the best songs, you know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. All right. So, is that her request? Is that actually what she wants?
She did say double stripe. You
But
know,
did
if
she
you want to
say-
save the remix.
Should she stay make Double Stripe a happy song?
No, that was the Plinko putting its magic 8-ball powers into the stream.
All right. Well, maybe how about we like.
When it comes to you, you could remix one. But if you want to just play double
no,
stripe for
I
her
like
right now, she's still got a Plinko drop. You know, we'll keep it in the reserve
All right.
tank.
I'll do Double Stripe, and then let's do the remix because this is just like this is a song that I wrote for some friends who like lost someone, and like it's not really my story, so I don't want to like be irreverent. Like, so how about I'll play the song and then we'll do like a remix. Like, immediately after.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, we got a couple more requests, so maybe one of those. And hey, shout out to our in-studio audience being able to experience this intimate moment.
I got to meet most of you guys outside. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you're enjoying the show so far, and thank you to everyone who's donating. Keep the chat rolling.
This is a song that my wife and I wrote together, actually. Some friends of mine who were I met through they were fans of Susto. Like, they had a pretty hard loss in their friend group, and they told me about it, and it was sort of weighing on me for a while. And my wife and I write a lot, and well, not enough. She would say not enough, but we were writing one day, and I had this sort of story that they had told me on my heart, and we wrote this song about him. It's about a car crash, but anyway, it's called Double Stripe. Late spring, early summer, last ones to leave the party. You were driving fast and I was too. Same trees we always drive past. You looked down to the dashboard. I never thought that I'd lose you. I'll go ahead and tell them that it's alright. When they hit me with the peace pipe, you used to be my lover and my friend. But damn, we always had a good time, till them double stripe road lines said I would never see you again. Flashbacks to the roadside, seeing you through the windshield, knowing there was nothing I could do. It hurts to remember, so every day I wake up and drift a little more from you. I'll go ahead and tell them that I'm alright. When they hit me with the peace pipe, you used to be my lover and my friend. And damn, we always had a good time, till them double stripe road lines said I would never see you again. Yeah, them double stripe road lines said I'll never see you again. Yeah, them double stripe road lines said I'll never see you.
Man, it's a powerful feeling to be able to hit a chord like that, man. Like during a song, like especially like you said, it's kind of written for somebody else too. And I think the beauty of songwriting is being able to like say something that is like it wouldn't, you wouldn't just be able to talk about a tragedy and have that same effect. It's the abstract connection between the events and the feelings and the combination of all of it and turning it into something that it is not just, it's between the lines. It's not like just boldly out there you're saying exactly what's happening. It's like you're inferring this, and if you're somebody who doesn't know the situation, you're hearing it for the first time, it's like you're picking it up and you're able to kind of paint the picture through your words, which is really an incredible skill. It's an amazing song. Thank you, Jessica, for that, and getting the Plinko rolling too for the first time. Appreciate you guys. Everyone's loving it in the chat right now. How you feeling out there, man? How's that live room feeling?
I'm feeling good. I feel like we're good in the live room, right? Yeah. It's cool because like I don't know, like at home they probably don't see this, but like everyone in the live room has like headphones on, so it's like this like silent disco, but like singer-songwriter silent disco. So it's really cool. It's like my first time experiencing that.
It's like a live podcast right now. You know,
it's cool.
It's amazing. And you know, we have so I know that the remix is on your mind. So
yes.
The people who said come to the Northeast and donated $50, I'll give you the list of requests we currently have. Kale hit us with a Venmo for $50, and they requested County Line.
Okay.
So
that's perfect because I have a remix for County Line. That was like, can we do that?
Run it.
All right. So it's like the band and also Kale. I'm pretty sure. I only know a few. I know
it's a C. I don't know. I probably pronounced it wrong.
One of my closest friends is Kale, and also there's Cale Yarborough, the famous race car driver from South Carolina. But I'm pretty sure it's my friend Kale. So Kale, thanks for the tip there, buddy. And also for the segue into County Line, because County Line, I was hoping this would be it, because we have this sort of like, sometimes we do this joke sort of version of County Line. Well, we actually do a couple of different versions of it. The one is like reggae, and it's not really a joke, it's more of just a vibe. We just do reggae County Line, because reggae is the one true music, and sometimes you just have to play it. But also like we have a song County Lines from our first record, and we were touring in Europe, and there was all these like Celtic sort of like bands that kicked ass, and we're like, what if we tried to do that, you know? Like, and so we did this like version of County Line. Like County Line uses like, I mean, like our guitar player Johnny, he does this whole intricate thing that's great, but we had this also like sort of like, and I'm not like trying to like feign being Irish or something, I'm not, like, but you know, it's just this sort of like, my county line ain't far from yours, you'll not to lay laws down at your door. My county line ain't far from yours, something like that. So I guess I'll try and do the whole song like that. And
dude, yes, please.
I don't want to like offend the Irish, because like I love going to Ireland and going into the actual pubs, and people are playing those little hand drums, and it's like,
oh yeah, man. Well,
it's legit. Like,
hopefully we got Andrew McGee or the Scratch watching right now.
Irish people or people of Irish descent in the building tonight, they can give us an endorsement on this. We're gonna need a
I'm
seal.
definitely.
Or
of
did you
Irish
bring your
descent,
bagpipes
but
with you?
I didn't
No?
bring mine. I left mine in the car, I think.
Yeah, mine are at the shop right now, so I guess we'll just have to do without
That's
it.
probably better for everybody.
Yeah, you know.
So we'll try. This is like County Line, like sort of like Irish pub version, okay? Rotten bread in the wind chalet. Your little mouth was moving just right. Speaking of when I burned your granddad's bullshit down at the county line. My county line ain't far from yours. I don't want to lay laws down at your door. I don't want to waste all these wonder years. Poor county line. Drank my fill, but I lost my mind. I feel like I'm like putting on an Irish accent, which is not cool. Your long blue dress and your wandering eyes. I've been thinking of when We went stumbling to your house in the middle of the night. My county line ain't far from yours. Don't want to lay laws down at your door. Don't need to waste all these wonder years. All these wonder years. All these wonder years for county line. For county line. For county line. For county line. Something like that. I don't know. Is that a remix or is that just like?
Oh, I think it was brilliant, mate.
Like appropriation. I'm not sure.
Dude, I mean, think about every person from the UK when they sing. They don't sound like they're from the UK. You know.
true.
You know. I don't want to say they have like American accent or anything, but like I don't care. If it's a banger, it's a banger.
Listen, whenever there's calls for the Boston Celtics to drop their team name, then you can probably maybe not sing that song in that way. But until then, I think we're safe.
Yeah. My grandma is pretty much like her dad's Irish, so like I'm pretty close to that. So.
There you go. You know. And it's like every Irish kid I knew growing up. Like I only knew one kid whose dad actually had a brogue, and like my band instructor, Damien Ahern, be here on Tuesday.
That's legit.
Be here on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Bring your shillelagh. And then Mark and Rachel from Denver tipping a 50 spot.
Oh,
another.
appreciate that, y'all.
And then and then also the biggest baller of the night, Pepina White Chart, $250. Thankful for Susto. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, thanks,
wow.
you guys. Appreciate that.
Amazing. Thank you. Good stuff. We're halfway to we're past halfway to the goal. That's amazing. It's awesome that you just have this catalog here to for all these requests, huh?
For better or for worse, there's Irish jigs, there's tear jerkers.
You know Finnegan's Wake by the Clancy Brothers?
I wish. I do, but I don't know how to play it.
Oh, that's a banger. And then Bog Down in the Valley, that's a good one too. Yeah, let's do a Plinko for Pepina. $250. Let's get a string roll. Where the Plinko goes, nobody knows. Susto merch. Oh, sweet. Well, we do have your email information, so if you're not local or if we have to, figure out how to get in contact with you to get a size or work something out.
Also, so like Pepina, I'm pretty sure I saw her and her family in New York a couple of days ago, or like a week ago. They were front row. And I don't know if you guys have a dog or not, but if you don't, and you want to get one, we have some really sweet limited edition dog sweaters that our guitar player's girlfriend has had made. They live in Mexico, and they've had these like really specific Susto dog sweaters made.
I thought you were giving out dogs for a second. That's
no,
like
yes, Susto dogs.
The way you built that up, I was like, whoa, that's awesome, man.
Would love to send you guys one of those, but thanks for the support either way. We'll send you something cool, something special.
Awesome, yes. Thank you so much for your super generous donation. Kale out here not only donating and requesting, but Kale Sarvis sent me, love this, I tried to find you a fridge. Caleb Jordan. And then the Rolfs in the chat, if I pronounced that correctly, Jordan said, my wife informed me you already did what I requested. I am moving my old band between Old Folk Home. Can we get a link to download your awesomeness when the virtual curtain closes? Yeah, I mean, shoot, it'll be on YouTube where you're watching it from right now. Other streaming platforms.
It's out there for you.
Yeah, man. And maybe we'll release that Irish one around St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, that's what my sons do. He's like due on St. Patrick's Day. So I'm like, and his, I'm of Irish descent, and so is his mom. So we're like, okay, fuck, we're gonna have like a straight up, like he's gonna be like leading all the snakes out of.
Yeah, straight out of Ireland. Yeah, you're gonna name him like.
Is that real? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was St. Patrick got the snakes out of there, and then now everyone gets drunk for him. And I'll tell you, yeah, name him like Killian or something. Like some super Irish. A lot of Irish
like
people.
Something
in Chicago.
that you can't even like pronounce.
Yeah,
that's why I love the Irish names. Where you read them and you're like, there's no way that says that.
Yeah, you're like, what kind of Gaelic mess is this? I can't even.
I'm down with it. Like
yeah,
I love confusion with letters. It's great. It's like what songwriting is essentially. So.
100%. Yeah, and so we got I think the last two requests that we have on my list here are Vampire 66 for our Northeast fam. And then Mark and Rachel from Denver want Acid Boys, which I got to say that title has captured my interest.
Yes. Okay. Let's do Vampiro first, just because I think.
Oh, also, someone actually, they asked a question earlier about they said they asked if you could elaborate on the Susto trio.
Susto trio, or like
Correct, like maybe the group who you're
well,
with right now.
Well, so like I perform as Susto in like many different ways, and like basically if like the songs from the catalog of the band Susto are being played, we consider it Susto, and we sort of like dictate that in the branding. Like sometimes it's Susto solo, which is pretty much what you're seeing right now. Sometimes if it's just Susto, then you're gonna go see like a 5-piece, 6-piece rock band with a little bit of country. Susto trio, we don't have anything billed as that. Sometimes there's like myself and Johnny Delaware, our guitar player, will do like Susto duo, or if we do trio, it's usually like myself, Johnny, and then our drummer Marshall. But I do have some Susto string band dates coming up, which might be what they're referring to. It's like I lived in Asheville, North Carolina for a couple of years before I moved to Austin, and there's a really amazing bluegrass and old-time music scene there. And I met some folks that have a band called Holler Choir. Immediately fell in love with their band, and we became friends, and started going around their house, and they would just always have like folks just like getting down on like mad bluegrass jams, like just in the foyer, like amongst the party. It's just like some of the sickest players you've ever met. Like, and so I'm doing I asked them, and they graciously agreed to do like a Susto string band tour with me, and we're going to be doing that next month, mostly in the Carolinas. We're trying to bring it to Texas and elsewhere in the U.S. like next year. But yeah, that's like me plus 4 people, and there's like me on guitar, there's a mandolin player, a banjo player, a fiddle player, an upright bass player, and a lot of harmonies. And it's just sort of like all the Susto catalog, but sort of like reimagines it if the band was a bluegrass band. So.
Man, that's badass. So you can go anywhere you want, man. They love you out in Canada. They love you in Denver. Mark and Rachel, they donated twice, actually. They were the ones that asked for Acid Boys. And then
The Canadians?
No, the Denverians.
Okay, we love the Mountain West. We love Canada. We love, honestly, everywhere. The world is a beautiful place, and we're happy to be listened to anywhere there. So, so you were talking about requests. We get to those? What's the?
Yeah. So the last 3 that we have, well, Mark and Rachel, their 2 were Acid Boys and Tina. And then your Northeast family was asking for Vampire 66.
Let's go ahead and do Vampire, and then we'll do Acid Boys and Tina, or one of them. But this is an old song. It's from our first record. But I lived in Cuba like as a study abroad student whenever I was kind of starting the band, and the band was sort of started there and played our first songs in Havana. And I wrote this song retroactively, sort of after that time, but it's very much about what that time was like. It's sort of like living at night, sleeping all day, and just sort of drinking and playing music and playing dominoes and stuff and trying to fall in love. But anyway, here it goes. Vampiro 66. Feet in time, I'm taking you out for another drink. Would you mind if we suicide at your parents' place? I'm just kidding, babe, but I do wanna bleed you dry. Vampire, I'm a vampire. All right. Eternal life, well, it ain't that bad when you got your friends around. You sleep all day and
drink all night. Oh, come over, babe. I promise I won't bite. I'll just get you high. And I do wanna bleed you dry. Vampire, I'm a vampire. Speeding time, I'm taking you out for another drink. Would you mind if we suicide at your parents' place? I'm just kidding, babe, but I do wanna bleed you dry. Vampire, I'm a vampire, I'm a vampire, I'm a vampire.
According to Baby Osborne, you have another vampire theme song, Mermaid Vampire. You a True Blood guy, or you just
I'm just a vampire.
you and Playboy Cardi should team up. He's a vampire too.
Oh yeah, we're tight.
It'd be an
We're
interesting.
tight in the underworld. Like up here, we play it cool, but
Yeah, like we just meet up in our Lambos and shit, hang out with big celebs. Well, honestly, Baby Osborne, you got a hell of a celeb songwriting pops over here. And we got a bunch of other actually people who Jason, brother of Jason Smith, brother of Brian Smith. Appreciate you keeping tabs on that Venmo. We got a $50 Venmo with the request of Dream Girl.
okay.
And then an anonymous double rainbow or get the fuck out. I don't know if that means rainbow, double rainbow, or do you have a song?
How did they know that I have a new song
GTF?
called "Get the Fuck Out"?
Oh man, dude, are you telling me we got narcs in the studio? What's going on?
People
out
are
here?
listening to my phone.
What's going on, man? They got taps around this place.
All right, I definitely want to play the request. So let's do Dream Girl, but then there's also the other one before that.
So
right?
Mark and Rachel, your Denver Loyals, Acid Boys and Tina.
Right,
Those
cool.
were the two.
Let's hit them first, and let's hit the Dream Girl. All right.
Got you.
Let's do Acid Boys just because well, Tina's a great song, but it's like there's a whole story behind it. It's kind of heavy, and if it's all right, I'd rather just do Acid Boys. It's I'm down for Tina too. I don't know. It's just sort of weird that they it's not weird, you guys. Thank you for your donation, but I'm bad at decisions, so I don't know if I should do one or the other. Maybe I should.
You think you could do like a bridge from one into the other?
One's about like a breakup and getting in trouble with the cops. The other one's about like having meth head brothers. So it's like you would think they would like come together, but they don't really. Let's do Tina. Let's just to fuck y'all up. Let's do Tina. Okay.
Perfect, man. Yeah.
Tina's a street name for methamphetamine. It's not my mom's name. People ask me that all the time. Yesterday I called my mother, crying on an airport floor. She was telling me about two of my brothers, how she can't take much more. 2 years now she's been a widow,
heiress to a chaos scene. With two full-grown schizophrenic ghosts strung out on amphetamine, living on the streets. Is it freedom or is it pain? When it's standing still in your veins. Tell me you're sick or are we all just falling to pieces? I saw it took you, what a waste. Yeah, it cooked you with just a taste. Now she's feeding on lost souls just like the prophets. But with drugs like that, who needs God anyway? 'Cause there's nothing I can say to make it any better. Oh no. So much we used to pray, but did it even matter much? Well, is it freedom? I know it's pain. When it's freezing hard in your veins. Tell me you're sick or are we all just falling to pieces? I saw it cook you, what a waste. Yeah, it took you with just a taste. But now she's feeding on lost souls just like the prophets. But with drugs like that, who needs God? Yeah, with drugs like that, who needs love? But with drugs like that, who needs life anyway? Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna do both of those songs for them. That one's a heavy one. This one's.
Take me to the train tracks, get me there tonight. I got a bus out of town. There's somebody waiting underneath them city lights, hanging for to shoot me down. I don't wanna die here, not now. Been running with the acid boys, oohing into bites, doing what we can to survive now. Ain't nobody got money, but ain't nobody really cares. We just keep it hanging on. I don't wanna lay down slow and leave. You don't have to love anyone or anything, 'cause you don't know nothing about nothing now. Everything's getting you down. Life ain't what it was supposed to be, but that's just how it is now. Uh-huh. My street's like a battlefield, shotguns at my chest, just walking around to see what the noise was. They put me in handcuffs, slide me in the backseat of a cop car, tell me I should go home. But home has come and left. I ain't blind, but I think I might be deaf. 'Cause I ain't heard nothing about nothing now. Everything's getting me down. Well, something's gotta give, somebody's gotta get out of town. You can say it loud, you can say it real loud indeed. Yeah, you can tell me that you don't wanna stay. You can tell me that to somebody else in your life now. And that's alright. So take me to the train tracks, get me out of town. I got a bus out tonight. There's somebody hanging around trying to shoot me down, hiding out in them city lights. I don't wanna die here, not now. No, I don't wanna die here, not now.
Yeah. So was that Acid Boys and Tina then?
Yes, that was Tina first, then Acid Boys. 2 different songs about drugs.
Perfect, man.
Basically,
Nothing makes better songwriting material, especially because it's one thing when you have to experience it, whether it's yourself or a loved one or a friend of a friend. It's like you know that feeling when you hear songs about it. It's like it's instantly hits home because it's kind of it makes you realize it's like, damn, I'm not the only one going through this. Just like any song about a hard topic, you know. And
Yeah,
dude, I don't know if you noticed this, but we did Messi to the goal. That's
we did
right.
Messi on the goal?
Yeah, that's right. That means we hit it in exemplary fashion. Amazing. We
Thanks
had
you guys out there for hitting that goal for us.
yes, and we even had a somebody.
You guys are Messi. I mean, we're talking about like Messi, like the football player, right?
Yeah, football. Yeah, that's yes. You actually might be Irish, man. You call it soccer football. But like Susto fan, they asked for waves. They were the ones who hit us with the giant, big, high roller $500.
What?
Yeah, $500 donation.
I played it. Do I need to play
Yeah.
it again? I mean, I'll
No.
play it again.
Remix.
Fuck it.
What about a
Well-
remix?
Well, I got a
Oh, yeah,
list
we could
of things
definitely
here.
do a remix here.
So far, this is what our request list is up to. We got Dream Girl, Double Rainbow Waves, which is we'll remix that one. Blue Green Buddha Susto, Mermaid Vampire, and My Entire Life.
All right, I feel like we need to do like a fucking request,
Medley?
like playlist real quick.
Yeah, like a medley to yeah.
All right, so say those again.
All right, so number 1, Dream Girl,
Dream Girl, okay.
Double Rainbow, Waves,
All right,
Green Buddha Susto,
okay.
Mermaid Vampire,
All right. Let's see what I can do.
and My
from that.
Entire Life.
Wait. So I'm not used to doing this on acoustic. There we go. See me all tangled up in seaweed. I've been looking for you. Do you see me breathing underwater, breathing fire? That girl is a live wire. She got me in my heart and set my brain on fire. Deep blue like a mermaid. I wanna swim to the bottom and chase you around. Said la da 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 when she playing guitar and singing loud. She sang too. Look at you. I see you with a big attitude. It turns out she's got an introverted way, but she got a perverted haze, and I'm living in it, yeah. Oh, that girl is a vampire. She got me in my heart and she set my plane on fire. Deep blue like a mermaid. I wanna swim to the bottom and chase you around. Said la da 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 when she playing guitar and singing it loud.
just ride it out. Don't know why I can't find a lover, one that I like or one that really feels like home. Say goodbye to my daddy and my mother, all my friends and my 3 baby brothers. I'm gone. I can't stay no more. I can't stay no more. Lately I've been having the strangest dreams. I've been held in the arms by a naked woman. Well, I don't know her, even if she knows me. But when I look up, I see something gruesome. Because that girl is a vampire. She got me in my heart and set my brain on fire. Deep blue like a mermaid. I wanna swim to the bottom and chase you around. So la da 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 da. She playing guitar and singing it loud. Don't know why I can't find a lover, one that I like, the one that really feels like home. Say goodbye to my daddy and my mother, all my 3 baby brothers. I'm gone. It comes in waves. It'll knock you off and drown you if you can't get past the break. You might have strange dreams. You might meet a vampire mermaid. Here it comes in waves. It'll knock you off and drown you and eat you alive under the sea. So that's the best mashup I can do of like mermaid, vampire, dream girl, and waves.
Nice. Now, for our encore here, would you be able to do House of Blue Green Buddha?
Yeah, I can do that.
My entire life was a double request.
All right.
And Lamia, Brian Smith.
Somebody do double rainbow too.
Yeah, we had double rainbow and Lamia. Those were the other 2.
I'm just gonna play those 4 like straight through. All right.
Yeah, run it. I can't wait.
I haven't played Blue Green Buddha in a while, so here we go.
My baby says it's alright if I come out and play, but don't be out all night. Come back this way. You've been working real hard, living hard too. I wanna take a load off with you, living in the house of the Blue Green Buddha. Living in the house with the Blue Green Buddha. Mama said she's working late, I'm working too. I'm riding around drinking beer, thinking about you. I don't know if I do or if I do, but I'm living in the house of the Blue Green Buddha. Living in the house of the Blue Green Buddha. Living in the house of the Blue Green Buddha. When I was young, I was told that Noah dropped down in his boat on top of a mountain. God gave him a rainbow to signal that he would not destroy the earth by flooding it again. Ever since I was young, I've been watching the world, and it feels like the whole thing's burning. All I need is a little reaffirmation. He ain't trying to destroy us all again. By fire this time, so send me. Hey, won't you send me down a double rainbow? So I know that you are you and you are listening. So I know that you are you and they're at all. 'Cause a rich man said you better pick up. You better get your body back into working. Hey, don't mess around with psychedelic drugs. If we catch you with this stuff, we'll put your ass in prison. But I told him, I said, well, you ain't never been a poor man's child, but me. I'm in the streets and I'm running wild. I had an AK-47, but I traded it in for a smile. I went wild. 'Cause I'm a psychedelic priest on my best days. I'm a real world beast on the rest days. I'm a downtown bitch in the best way. But I've been working like a dog. I said, hell no. Me and the children of the two rainbows. I said, hell no, but can you feel it if it's not your bottom line? 'Cause fate is speaking and she don't speak softly. Well, I hope that you enjoyed your time in the sun. Yoo-hoo. All right. Yeah. I say you. All right, right into Lamia, a love song. Manifesto into a love song. I can feel another one coming on. I saw it in your eyes and I feel it in my bones. Or have you ever felt this way? 'Cause I can feel it now, but I don't know how to say it. We were talking in the cab, talking in the streets. Or do you not mind it when I tell you how I feel? Or can I see you sometime soon? 'Cause I can't keep my mind off a feeling and I can't keep my eyes off you. Drinking my fill tonight, just counting my time. But suddenly I'm lost now here in these mocking lights. Well, so you don't mind that I'm a little older than you? Or can I have one last smile and a cigarette too? Woo. say that you don't have to go away to Varadero. I would love to have you here. And there's not much time, you know, before I've got to go back to where I'm from. All right. I think I'm missing one request.
Was that My Entire Life or Lamia?
Yes, My Entire Life. That was Lamia, right?
That was Lamia. So My Entire Life is the one that we've had 3 people request that one. So I think that there's nothing more appropriate to what do you say?
Yeah.
Close her out on?
Let's wrap it up because you know what? Like I feel like we've had a pretty great session here.
Dude.
Thank you guys for being in the studio. Thanks everybody who tuned in and like gave all the positive comments and everything. I haven't seen really anything negative, which is cool.
Yeah, guys, start shit talking. Now's the time. You only have a few minutes left. And
Guys,
no,
just a lot of
seriously,
shit talks, you know?
the studio audience, you guys have been amazing. Give it up for yourselves one more time. Thank you guys for coming out here. I mean, there's people right now. Brian Smith has been saying this is. Yeah, we need an air horn in here, but I've been working on corporate. Yeah, you did good. Brian Smith, Brian Smith said this has been the best show. Absolutely dream set list.
Thank you,
Erica
Brian.
agreed, glued to the screen. And Robin Lynott, best date night ever. Love you, mean it. Amazing. I mean, and it's all curated, guys, by you at home and your generosity through these donations.
That's what's so cool about this experience. It's like it's been totally driven by you guys. So I don't know which camera to look at for that, but I'm looking at you guys in the booth too.
Nah, Nicky will
cool.
Nicky will hold up with it, man. Yeah, it's been amazing.
You guys, thank you so much.
Seriously, this has been an amazing song lab and a really, really, really great. What day is it? Sunday? Sunday night.
Monday.
It's Monday.
Is it Monday? Oh shit.
We
I was
confirmed
joking.
that earlier because I was like, I'm sure it's Tuesday.
Yeah,
Like,
you know.
no, it's a Monday.
I wake up, walk downstairs, repeat. But yeah, let's do this one My Entire Life. I'm excited to hear.
Can
man.
I just say thank you guys so much for having me in the lab,
Dude, thank you for
I love writing songs. I love playing songs, and thank you guys for being here. Thanks to the whole crew and everybody who tuned in, and pitched in. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great night. And
Yeah, man, you Dextered this laboratory. You killed it, man. It was awesome.
You guys for the jokes. I love it. All right. My Entire Life by Susto. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking it out and sending love in all sorts of ways. Hope everybody has a wonderful end of their year and entrance into the new year. I'm Justin, aka Susto. My Entire Life. Here we go. If life is a jungle, then I wanna be a bird, just flying up above it all, but low enough to be heard. With a brightness in my feathers, so everyone can see. Yeah, just fundamental colors, yellow, red, blue, and green. Can't you see me now? Hey, there you go. Peace on earth, I want it though. I can see it now. Hey, there you go. Love like yours, I wanna know. I can hear you now. If life is a canvas, then I wanna fill it up with landscapes and portraits and brushstrokes of love. I wanna capture all the memories like lightning in a jar. Oh, I wanna walk through the rainbow where all the colors are. Can you see it now? Hey, there you go. Peace on earth, I want it though. I can see it now. Hey, there you go. Love like yours, I wanna know. I can see you now. Thanks so much, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Justin Osborne of Susto.
Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in and listening, and everybody here, everybody out there in the ether. Appreciate y'all. I just want to give you a big cyber hug and like sort of a silent disco hug to you guys.
Yeah, man, we really appreciate, because you not only being here and doing what you do, but being a part of kind of what we're trying to do here at Purple Bee, and that's just curate, experiences for musicians who are established, unestablished, looking for that nudge to, write a song, to become a songwriter, and it takes people like you, lyricists, musicians, the people who put in the work, to get these amazing fans who donate to the cause of keeping music alive, man. We appreciate
Thank you guys for curating these sort of experiences where it's like really fucking fun and cool, and also like we get to play a show and there's like, we're here, but also everybody everywhere gets to tune in and sort of be a part of this like intimate little thing. It's awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
Even the Canadians, man.
We love the Canadians.
We love the Canadians. Shout out to people north of the border. We love you. I met a guy from, I forgot which part, British Columbia or something the other day. But G, man, how did it sound on your end, huh? How was the Song Lab #2 for you?
Man, I really enjoy that, man. Thank you, Justin, man, for coming. Ebos was telling me about you for a long time, so I'm glad you're finally here, and bring your band with you. Next
time I'll come back, we'll do a whole full thing, and we'll practice in front of you and like stop and get all the
dude, perfect.
Rip the roof off of this place.
You guys are the shit. Thank you for having me.
Dude, thank you, man.
Didn't know what to expect and got to come in and hang out with a very cool crew of folks, and it's been awesome. So thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a real ale brew, maybe a guayaki. Take a bathroom break. People in the crowd, feel free to make your way to the bar and grab yourself a beverage. Because let me tell you, I need to quench my thirst after that amazing show. I feel like I'm in a Gatorade commercial, just sweating electrolytes out here.
Everybody thirsty now.
Everybody's thirsty, man. If you're thirsty, get yourself a real ale, bro. Go ahead and get yourself a Hans Pils, you saw it on screen. Or if you need to wake up before you drive home, get yourself a guayaki. It's the yellow can. You can't miss it. It's good stuff. Oh, yeah, and also Austin 101 for when you're woken back up and you get back home, you need a nightcap, get yourself an Austin 101 whiskey. And obviously tomorrow, it's not over. Purple Bee Festival 2023 is not ending on this Monday night. It's ending on Tuesday night with Sabrina Ellis for the final and 10th episode of Sonic Guild Live. We're so excited to have them here at Purple Bee. Make sure you tune in for Sabrina Ellis and it's Como Las Movies. Sorry, my dyslexia, it has a hard time with Spanish, but I'm learning. And honestly, you don't want to miss this stream, whether or not you can understand, because the grooves are universal. You'll be able to understand that badass funk coming through your speakers. And make sure you catch it, because Sonic Guild is an amazing, amazing foundation. They are like Purple Bee and so many other people here in the Austin community who are helping keeping music alive. Abstract Industries keeps those chats in check. That's why you don't see any of the negative comments. No, just kidding. But Time to Fly, Michael Curvin. We love you, man. I freestyle with your name every day. I love you. You're the man.
Last minute shout out. Can I give last minute shout out?
Yeah, give one.
My cousin Tripp's on the chat. What's up, Tripp? I see you, bro. I love you. And also my wife, of course. She's watching from just like 30 miles away, but like. Yeah.
Dude, Tripp is a sick name, man. Like, if he's not like a professional skateboarder, I'd say that he should work on that.
He could be.
Yeah, for sure, man.
It's a sick name.
Do we got any other promos? I think that's basically the show.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah,
Thanks
dude,
so
thanks.
much, man.
Thank
you guys for having it. Susto,
Purple Be Loud 02.
Time for some Susto
Yes,
now.
time,
Time,
yeah.
it's Susto time, ain't that right, G?
That's right. Rip the gig, man.
Man,
Rip the gig.
That's
if
how
if,
we
if
do
you
it.
if you didn't want to if you want a silky stream, silky mezcal, Susto. That's your wave. That's what you got to do. Evos, you having a good time today?
I have to shout out
Ebos,
this
come
picture of Susto wearing a shirt that I designed for CJ.
Oh.
You designed that?
Yeah, I
one?
designed that shirt.
That was I wore that shirt like almost once a week, and then it got stolen out of a backpack.
Oh
in
no,
San Francisco.
CJ sent us a new one, man. Yeah,
Mr. Chiefers.
hell yeah, Chiefers in the house. All right, dude,
It's all
let's have a
connected.
drink.
Love you guys.
Love
Thanks
you
for having
guys.
me. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for
Cheers,
tuning in.
everyone. Thank you for being a part of another Purple Bee presentation. We keep the musicians coming. We keep the sounds grooving. We keep the Susto pouring and playing. Thank you for joining us for this special rendition of Song Lab episode 2. Stream like no one's watching.
Cry for help, but was it heard? But an escape could work. Blind eyes do find a way. As long as the scent is fresh. What did your father say? Wasn't it kind? Was it true? A simple taste is not enough. Can you find no one to confide? You better run from this garden. You can try if you might. But a fight has to take place. To deny a false face is the legacy of life. Take a bite of my apple, tell me what you see. All knowledge is yours, now let your mind free. Take it